How much money do you think you're losing every single month just because your customer information is scattered everywhere? If you're a business owner or a service provider, I want you to really sit with that for a second. It's not, am I losing money? It's, how much money am I losing? Because in my experience, scattered customer data is one of the most expensive silent leaks in a business. It doesn't show up as a line item on your P&L, but it absolutely shows up in missed follow-ups, forgotten leads, and customers who quietly drift away because nobody ever cared to reach back out. Before I dive in, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're serious about, building a smarter, more automated business. I drop content like this all the time, and if you want your systems working as hard as you do, this is not something that you want to miss, okay? The real problem is data chaos, okay? Most businesses I talk to are living in customer data chaos consistently. A few leads inside your email inbox, some phone numbers in your phone, a spreadsheet from last year, a Google form, from that one campaign, a random notebook with names and notes from events. Sound like you? Yeah, me too at one point. Nothing was connected, nothing was structured, and nothing was reliable. And here's the real cost. Okay, you can't quickly see who's ready to buy versus who's just vaguely interested. You don't know who opened your last email or who booked a call from what campaign. You can't easily pull a list from hot leads from the last 30 days or people who asked about whatever service, right? So what ends up happening? You keep spending on new marketing because it feels like a lead problem, when in reality, it's a data and follow-up problem, right? Now, what you have to do is treat your contact list like an asset. Okay, imagine your customer and lead list as one of your most valuable business assets, because it is. If you could pull up any contact and see their full history, or instantly filter people by interest, stage, last activity, or tag, if you could build highly targeted segments like people who attended the webinar but didn't book a call, your marketing becomes laser focused instead of random, right? And see, that's where contact and list management comes in. Not as a software feature, but literally as a business strategy, okay? You're not just saving contacts, you're structuring relationships in a way that lets you follow up with the right people at the right time, right? And what proper contact and list management actually looks like is this. Okay, let me paint a picture for you of what a healthy system actually looks like. In my own setup, every person who comes into my world, whether they fill out a form or opt in for a free guide or book a call or join a webinar or send me a DM, it all ends up in one central place with their name and contact information, whether, where they came from, what they express interest in, tags that describe who they are and what they've done, a timeline of every email, text, call, and note related to them ever. From there, I can create smart lists like leads who opted in but never booked a call, right? Or past buyers who haven't purchased in the last 6 months, or people interested in service X who clicked a link in the last 7 days, right? Those lists let me send highly targeted messages that feel personal instead of blasting the same generic thing to everybody, right? Let y'all think on that. Now, here's where the tool comes in. The way I personally manage all of this is with a platform called Go High Level, right? I use it because it lets me store all my contacts in one place. It lets me add tags and custom fields like service type, budget range, source, right? It allows me to see every single conversation and campaign they've touched, right? And it builds smart lists that automatically update based on certain rules, right? So instead of me trying to keep up with who's ready for what, Go High Level does that heavy lifting in the background for me, right? If you've ever felt like, I know I'm leaving money on the table, or I know there are warm leads I never followed up with, I just can't find them, or I wish I could just see my entire pipeline clearly, right? This is the layer that you currently don't have that fixes that problem, right? And if you want to explore it, I have an affiliate link in the description, right? Or caption, depending on where you're watching this, right? So you can use that link to get access to Go High Level. And in addition to that, you'll also get my daily Go High Level update blog where I break down new features, tutorials, and strategies in simple language every single day. And just so you know, I do earn a commission when you sign up through my link. So, you'll be also supporting this channel while at the same time upgrading your business, right? So, let me give you a couple of practical examples of how this could potentially help you, right? Let's start with lost quotas. Let's say you send 20 quotes in a month, right? Now, most people just wait and hope that those people get back to them. But with a proper contact and list management system, you can automatically tag those contacts as quoted, not closed or not closed or anything. And then what you do after that and drop them into a smart list. See, now you can send a follow-up email sequence, trigger a reminder to call them, or even offer a bonus or incentive to move them over the line. The difference between, hoping and having a system can literally be thousands of dollars per month. Y'all, do you want to have a hope, or do you want to have a system, right? Okay, now let's talk about another example, past customers. Most businesses don't do a great job reactivating old customers, and that's just the truth, right? If everyone who ever bought from you is tracked, tagged, and segmented properly, you can launch a "We Miss You" campaign, offer exclusive loyalty bonuses, or even ask for referrals from people who already know and trust you. This example has been a game changer for my business, right? Because you're no longer starting from scratch. You're mining the gold that already exists in your database, right? Okay, and 3, contact management, right? Contact management equals better decisions, y'all. Beyond follow-up, having clean contact data lets you make business decisions, right, properly, right? Which campaigns bring the highest value clients? Which lead sources never convert? So you can stop wasting money. Which customers are the most profitable and worth building offers around, right? If everything is scattered, you're guessing. And if everything is centralized and structured, you're deciding based on data. Now, which one of those do you think make you more money? I'll wait. Now, we live in a time where attention is more expensive and ad costs are literally rising by the day, right? If you're going to pay to generate leads or even just spend your time mainly posting and networking, you can't afford to have those leads disappearing into inboxes or sticky notes or random spreadsheets, right? You need a single central source of truth for your relationships, right? That's why I'm such a huge believer in having a strong contact and list management system. and why Go High Level is the platform that I recommend for actually doing this, right? Now, if this made you realize, yeah, I don't really have my contacts organized the way I should, then this is your sign to fix that now, okay? So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the rest of these series, right? I'm breaking down every major system your business needs, feature by feature in plain language, right? Then check out my Go High Level affiliate link in the description. When you signed up through the link, you'll not only get access to, the insane all-in-one platform, but you'll also get my daily blog, where I send up daily updates from the Go High Level platform. I share tutorials, just so you can stay way ahead of the curve. So anyway, if you're ready to stop leaking profit because of the scattered customer data, then organizing your contacts and lists isn't just optional. It's step one, okay? This is Al White Intelligence. Drop your comments below, and don't forget to sign up with that link. Peace, y'all.